did you go for it on 4th and 8? What was the point, Aaron Rodgers?
Well, because he's Aaron Rodgers, and Aaron Rodgers thought he was going to be Aaron Rodgers and get that game-winning touchdown.
It was when I say I watched him and I was like, when I saw it was 4th down, I said,
It
okay,
was beautiful.
you have 30 seconds left. You have 30 seconds left. The smart thing, kick the field goal, do an onside kick,
Onside kick.
and then you were in great field position to get it back.
Oh, but wait, hold on. Analytics, I think recently would tell you that would not be the way to go, because onside kicks are not being recovered by the kicking team nearly as often as they used to be. So when you think about, your chances of recovering that onside kick, how many times did you practice it during this past week? And, you have Aaron Rodgers. And Aaron Rodgers was already yelling at Mike Tomlin the whole entire game saying, don't you substitute nobody. You let me run this show. I'm the quarterback here. And granted, Aaron Rodgers is older than Mike Tomlin, so he probably knows what he's talking about. But still, that's not a great dynamic that I would want my players to see if I was the head coach.
I mean, I watched him. He definitely missed DK Metcalf. He 100% missed DK Metcalf. It was times where he was throwing the ball. I'm like, who are you even throwing it to? Shador, honestly, the penalties that were called in that game, I just were like, why is this being called as a penalty? So I'm going to talk about Shador's interception. That should have been a roughing the passer.
Yeah,
he was literally like his neck snapped, like seeing it in real time. His neck literally snapped back, and he was pushed so hard that I'm like, yo, where's the roughing the passer call? And it was because. Yeah, it was because of that. He threw that interception where they almost ran it back. But even then, I'm like, the Browns' defense was their saving grace. And I also saw why Miles didn't get the sack record. He wasn't going to get the sack record that game. They were
Aaron Rodgers
quadruple
was going to lose that game. And I'll tell you what, I've never seen him get rid of the ball so dang fast. Like, he knew. And that's why he was giving the smirks to Miles. He's like, I'm not letting you get anywhere near me. And then I felt bad because the whole entire stadium sounded like they thought that Alex Wright had gotten, or they thought Miles had gotten the sack when it was actually Alex Wright. And they even said, I think it was Tony Romo was like, ooh, sounds like the stadium thought that was Miles' sack.
No. That's not what happened. Genuinely. Okay. Everybody was just happy that he got sacked. Nobody thought it was Miles, because you could see when it happened that it wasn't Miles.
Right.
Because every single time that Miles literally got past the edge, he would already be halfway. Like, Miles only really got to get to him a couple times.
Yeah.
And even then, he barely touched him, and he had already had the ball out of his hand.
When they showed from the sidelines, looking down the line where the ball was sat, it looked like Miles was lined up off, over into the neutral zone so many times. I was like, they're going to call it. They're going to call it. They're going to call it. They never called it. I was like, holy crap.
There was an offensive lineman. I think his number was 74 for the Browns. Oh my God. Every single time he would just move, I'd be like, they're going to call a false start. They're going to call a false start.
Yeah.
And every single time they called a false start, and I'm like, what? It literally got to the point where it would be first down. No, the Browns would make a big play. They would make a big play, and you would see that damn flag come out, and it'd be like, well, it was a false start, wasn't he? I was like, we're getting pushed back 10 yards, and it was just like every time they would get some momentum to go forward, he would just do something. I'm like, oh my God, like what?
Forward, 5 steps back.
Literally. But all in all, ironically, I'm gonna say this, that was probably one of the best football games I've ever been to.
It was great to watch.
It was really fun, and it was just something I thought it was very important to see, because again, you saw it on TV, in person. I'm telling you right now, if you're watching it on TV, it probably was well, why did they win this game? They had no business winning this game.